Hi, I'm Alex Boyd, and this is my play An All-Around Win. I hope you enjoy.
Scene 1, setting, a house in Maine. The characters are in the kitchen. AJ is sitting at the table with his mother. She's reading a newspaper.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
What is it?
I got it. I got it. The job.
What? That's amazing.
What job?
Well, your dad applied for a job as a film editor and got it.
But there's nothing like that around here?
Well, that's the thing. We're going to have to move.
What?
Scene 2, setting, a house in Maine a few weeks later. AJ's parents walk across the stage carrying boxes and handing them to the movers.
You ready?
No, I don't want to leave. I like it here.
I know, but eventually you will like our new home and make friends.
But I like the friends I have now.
You can still be friends with them. You just won't live near them.
Dad enters.
Let's go. Callie, here we come.
Scene 3, setting, a house in California. The scene opens to an empty home with wood floors, stacks of boxes, and covered furniture. AJ and his family enter.
Here it is, our new home.
This is a piece of junk.
Secretly really liking it.
Well, this piece of junk is our new home.
Whatever.
Scene 4, setting, another part of the house. When the stage lights up again, they are in a different part of the house. AJ enters.
Jacob is so lucky he's already moved out and doesn't have to deal with this.
Mom enters.
How's the new room?
Awful. My old room was way better.
That's not true. Your old room was half the size of this one. And look, you have your own bathroom.
So?
So it's way better than your old room.
No!
Anyway, there's a park down the road. It has a soccer field, and I heard it's lit, as the kids say these days.
Never say that word again, but I'll go so that I can leave this place.
Scene 5, setting, the soccer field. AJ walks past a group of kids headed toward the soccer net, holding a soccer ball. AJ puts down the soccer ball and kicks it in the net a few times as a group of kids make their way over to him.
Are you new around here?
Yeah, I just moved here from Maine.
You got game?
I'm okay.
I'll tell you what. If you can beat me in a 1v1 soccer game, maybe you can join our team next summer.
Okay, I guess.
All right, first to 11 wins.
Every few seconds, there's a blackout, and when the lights come back up, they're in a different position. Also, there's a scorekeeper with them, and every time the lights come back up, the score changes. The lights eventually stay on, and AJ shoots the last shot and beats Kevin.
Well, that was unexpected. What's your name?
AJ, what's yours?
Kevin. Well, I guess you're on the team.
Okay, great.
AJ happily runs off stage. Scene 6, setting, AJ's house. AJ enters his new house, and his mom and dad are figuring out where to place the couch.
Hey, how was it?
Fine.
Did you meet anyone new?
Nope, just kick the ball around.
Well, that's okay. You'll meet new people at school.
School starts next week. Are you excited?
Not at all.
Scene 7, setting, school. 2 sets of lockers are moved on stage. A school bell rings as the lights come up. Kids run on stage talking.
Excuse me, students. The bell just rang. Get to your classes, please.
Chris, who is known by everyone as Crusher, enters. He's holding a kid up in the air.
Never call me that again.
Crusher takes the kid and hangs him up on a locker hook by his shirt. AJ and Kevin enter.
Help me, please.
AJ and Kevin help him get down.
Let me guess. Crusher.
Yep, you guessed it.
Who's Crusher?
You know, the most feared kid that every school dreads?
Well, why'd he do that to you?
Because I told him he was mean to everyone.
You weren't wrong.
Nope.
Scene 8, setting, school classroom. The lockers go off stage, and when the lights turn on, there are 12 desks on stage and a chalkboard.
Good morning, class, and welcome back to school. Now that you are high schoolers, you will.
Hi, Mrs. Fig. Sorry we're late.
Hi, Kevin. And who is this?
Oh, this is my friend AJ. He just moved here from Maine.
Hello, AJ. We welcome you.
Hi.
They proceed over to the two empty desks. Kevin sits down, and as AJ starts to sit, Crusher leans over to AJ's desk.
Be careful around this school. If I were you, I'd stay on my good side.
Okay.
Okay, class, today we will be talking about.
During Miss Fig's lesson, the lights dim, showing a spotlight only on AJ, Crusher, and Kevin. You can still hear a little mumble of Miss Fig's lesson, but can't make out the words. AJ accidentally drops his pencil and it hits Crusher's shoe.
Are you kidding me?
What's wrong?
He dropped his pencil on my shoe.
I didn't mean it.
Yeah, right.
Crusher and AJ continue to argue.
Both of you, to the principal's office now.
Look what you got us into.
You're joking, right?
Scene 9, setting the school office. When the lights come up, there's a big desk, a fancy leather chair, and 2 chairs on the other side. Miss Fig, Crusher, and AJ enter.
Principal Rowe will be in shortly.
I can't believe you're blaming me for this. I didn't mean for my pencil to hit your foot.
You're lying. You obviously did it on purpose.
No, I didn't. Are you kidding me? I'm the new kid here. Why would I want to start anything with your...
You obviously did. I don't care if you're new here. Just because you're new doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
How long have you been here?
The whole time.
Oh.
Why were you sent here? Especially on your first day?
He threw his pencil at me.
I did not. I dropped it on your foot. It was an accident.
Sure it was.
And then after that, he kept arguing.
Chris!
It's Crusher. And he's the one who started it.
No!
Listen, detention. 2 days for both of you.
No, that's not fair. He did it to me.
You are joking. I got detention on my first day.
AJ crosses his arms and shakes his head. Act 2, Scene 10, setting AJ's parents' house. AJ's parents are removing a lamp.
I think it should go over there.
Let's try it.
AJ's mom's phone rings.
Oh, hang on.
She makes her way over to the phone and picks it up.
It's AJ's school.
That's weird.
Scene 11, setting the principal's office. When the lights come back on, we see the principal's office again. Crusher, Principal Rowe, and AJ are waiting for Crusher and AJ's parents to arrive.
Your parents should be here shortly.
The door opens and Crusher's parents arrive.
What is it this time?
Yeah, seriously. I'm sick of coming into this office every other day.
AJ's parents enter.
I will make this quick since it's the first day of school. Chris and...
Crusher. It's Crusher.
Crusher and AJ were in Miss Fig's class. During her lesson, AJ dropped his pencil on Crusher's foot. They started arguing, and here we are now. Since none of us were there, we don't really know what happened, and because of this, they both have detention for 2 days.
Whatever.
We're used to it.
Go back to class, and don't get in any more trouble.
Scene 12, setting lunchroom. Kevin and AJ are walking to a table. They sit.
So, how was that?
Interesting, but fine. I never thought I would get detention on my first day, though.
Yeah, that's pretty hard to do.
Yeah,
So, are you trying out for the school soccer team?
I don't know. Maybe?
Come on, you have to. When we played against each other and you beat me, I was very surprised. Imagine what other people would think. You would be so popular and probably be one of the best soccer players in this school's history.
That's not true.
It is. Trust me. Just go sign up. Come on.
All right.
Scene 13, setting AJ's house.
But I know he didn't do it. He's not that type of kid.
I agree, but it's just the fact that he got detention on his first day of a new school.
Yeah.
AJ enters.
Hey!
Hi.
Listen, we know you didn't do it. It just stinks that you got detention, especially on your first day.
Yeah.
It'll get better. Did you make any new friends?
Nope. Just an enemy. And since detention starts tomorrow, I'll make more.
AJ exits through a door leading to his room. Scene 14, setting school hallway. AJ is looking in his locker. Kevin enters and meets up with him.
Hey, ready for detention?
No.
I would get detention on purpose so I could go with you, but I have stuff tonight.
Like what?
Anyway, see you tomorrow. Good luck.
Yeah. Thanks.
Scene 15, setting detention room. AJ makes his way to an empty seat. The detention monitor, Miss Karen, is sitting in front of a chalkboard.
Hello, class. If you're new here, then all you need to know is we sit here for 2 hours and do nothing.
Well, this is fun.
Shh.
After about 10 seconds of awkward silence, a kid throws a paper at Crusher. Crusher screams and chases the kid out of the room.
Hey!
I can't even stand this place for 2 minutes. How am I going to do this for 2 days?
I know, right?
Why are you here?
Talking too much? What about you?
I accidentally dropped a pencil on Crusher's foot, and he said it was my fault, and kept arguing with me.
Oh,
Yeah, it's crazy.
A few seconds later, Miss Karen runs back in.
This might take a while to stop Crusher and that other kid, so detention dismissed.
we got lucky.
Yeah.
Scene 16, setting soccer tryouts. The scene opens with the soccer net and a row of bleachers. A whistle blows and the coach enters.
Tryouts start now.
Kids in soccer uniforms enter, each holding a soccer ball.
Listen up. We're accepting 40 kids, 20 for JV and 20 for varsity. That means 40 of you will get cut. Good luck.
You ready?
Not really.
The kids start running and kicking the balls to each other. As they're walking, Crusher trips AJ.
Hey, you tripped me!
Did not.
Yes, you did. To the principal's office now.
Crusher exits.
All right, we'll have the results by tomorrow.
You want to go to the park?
How about a bike ride instead?
Cool.
Everyone walks off stage. Act 3, Scene 17, setting street. AJ and Kevin enter the stage riding bikes.
So, where do you want to go?
I don't care. Why don't you show me around?
Sounds good.
They exit. Scene 18, setting graveyard. We now see a graveyard set. We see someone crying at one of the stones. AJ and Kevin enter slowly on their bikes.
This is Old Creek Graveyard.
Oh. Crusher?
Crusher turns around and notices them.
Why are you here?
Just taking a bike ride? Why are you here?
Why do you care?
Because you're clearly upset.
Yeah,
I'm just visiting my old friend.
What happened to him?
He got in a crash. We were best friends.
oh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I don't have any friends now, so it'll never happen again.
But the thing is, a lot of people want to be your friend, but you push them away. It really stinks that happened, but you can't control what happens in life. And if you refuse to make friends because you're scared of losing them, you're going to be miserable.
I guess so.
Do you have a bike?
Yeah, why?
Go get it and ride with us.
Oh, okay. I'll be right back.
Crusher runs off stage. Scene 19, setting school hallway.
I got in to the soccer team.
Me too!
They see Crusher in the corner sad. Kevin and AJ go over to him.
What's wrong?
I didn't make it onto the soccer team because I tripped you.
Oh,
AJ runs away from them without saying a word. Kevin and Crusher follow after him. Scene 20, setting Coach Wilson's office. Coach Wilson is sitting in his chair writing. AJ and Kevin walk in.
Coach Wilson, Crusher didn't mean to trip me. And even if he did, he shouldn't be punished this bad.
The decision has been made.
If Crusher can't be on the team, then I can't either.
You are on the team, AJ. He's not. Final.
With all due respect, Coach, it's really important to me that Crusher gets a second chance. He's a really nice person once you get to know him. Just give him a chance.
He tripped you, and that comes with a consequence.
I'm with AJ on this one. I quit too if Crusher can't be on the team.
I'm not trying to brag, but We're two of your best players, and if we quit, who knows who else will?
Why are you doing this?
'Cause that's what friends do for each other.
Fine, but Crusher, if you are mean once, you're off the team.
Okay, thanks. Thank you so much.
Don't worry about it.
Scene 21, setting AJ's house.
Hey, did you make the team?
Yeah,
Congratulations!
yeah. I almost wasn't gonna play.
What do you mean?
Well, the other day when Kevin and I were on a bike ride, and you remember Crusher,
There's a time jump, and then it cuts back to them.
and the next thing you know, we're standing in Coach Wilson's office and he's agreeing to let Crusher play.
Wow.
That's an amazing thing you did for him.
Yeah.
Scene 22, setting the first soccer game. The scene opens at the first soccer game. Crusher, AJ, Kevin, and a couple other people are on the field. People fill the bleachers, including Crusher's parents.
The score is currently 5-5, and there is under a minute left.
AJ has the ball and is running towards the net.
Here!
He passes it to Crusher.
Score!
Crusher shoots the ball and scores! They win the game!
Everyone cheers.
We are so proud of you, son.
He gives Crusher a hug.
Thanks.
He glances over to AJ, who smiles back at him. The end.
Hi, I'm Anna, and this is my play, The Summer of the Yellow Van. I hope you enjoy.
Act 1, Scene 1. Setting, Tiptonville, Tennessee, present day. Annie's room, morning. Annie is on the phone with Lily.
I just can't believe we graduated high school. This summer is going to be the adventure we've been waiting for.
Oh, I forgot to tell you one thing. Remember that old yellow Volkswagen we found?
The one that I absolutely fell in love with?
Yes, that's the one. My dad brought it into his repair shop and fixed it up, but he says it's unsellable. It works fine, it's just not up to date enough yet to sell.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Yes, we get to keep the van and use it all summer. I say we go down to the baseball field and watch the boys. I heard that Tommy Anderson has a pretty significant crush on you. What do you say?
Lily, I'm stunned. Tell Mr. Cloverman thanks for the car, but I don't think we'll be using it for boy watching.
What else then? Tiptonville's a small town. It's not like we can go anywhere else. Unless you wanted to go visit some state colleges like your mother suggested.
No way, Lily. School and college is the last thing I want to think about. I'm talking more of a road trip. I've always wanted to go to California, see Hollywood, and meet the stars. Maybe if we're lucky, I'll get signed to a record label.
Ha ha, very funny, Annie. Oh, you're serious? Okay, being honest here, that's extremely far-fetched. That's not to say I don't think you're a really talented songwriter, because I do. But for one thing, I don't think our parents will let us travel across the country by ourselves without a set plan.
If convincing our parents is to let us go is the only setback, I say we can do this.
You're forgetting that you may not get lucky and get a job.
What's the harm in trying, Lily? Pretty please.
Fine. I'm putting my trust in you on this one, Annie. My dad will let me go as long as your parents are cool with it. See you later today?
Yes, I'll call you when I'm ready.
Act 1, Scene 2. Setting, Annie's kitchen. Same time in the morning in Annie's kitchen. Christine and David, her parents, prepare pancakes while conversing.
This is getting out of hand, Dave. She has all these dreams. I even heard her talking to Lily about not going to university. Can you believe that? Annie is such a bright girl. I don't want her to throw her life away for some career that might not even happen.
Don't you think you're being a little overdramatic, Christine? Annie is very smart, true, but in this day and age, we have to realize that she's also talented. Not everybody needs to go to college to be successful. It's the right thing to do, as parents, to help her follow her dreams. Besides, isn't that what we told her as a kid? Follow your dreams.
Well, back then, I didn't think her dreams would be to move to Los Angeles with no money and a hope, as she calls it.
A hope goes a long way, Christine. I believe in Annie, and if she doesn't want to go to college and jump straight into her career instead, I support her.
You're making me sound like I don't care about our daughter, Dave. Of course, I support her and I want her to be happy. I'm just worried. I've heard about the kinds of stuff that happens in those big cities. I know she'll be much safer here in Tennessee at a nice school with us nearby.
I can agree with you on that, Christine. I don't want us to argue about this anymore.
Finally, some sense has gotten into you.
Annie walks downstairs and sits down to eat. Once settled, the family eats without saying a word until David notices Annie's demeanor.
Annie, is everything all right? You've hardly touched your plate. I know the pancakes are burnt, but they don't taste terrible.
No, it's not that. I don't know how to word this, but Lily's dad gave us the old Volkswagen we found, and we want to go on a road trip together this summer, just the two of us.
I think this is a lovely opportunity.
You do?
You do?
Yes, the two of you could drive up to Nashville and stay with a friend of mine. She lives near all the best state schools, perfect for you to tour. It wouldn't be a long trip. You could even go this weekend.
Mom, we kind of already planned to take the van somewhere else. Okay, I'll quit stalling and just rip the Band-Aid off. We're going to California. Specifically Los Angeles. I researched for a long time and I found some music producers and labels that I want to meet with. I'm ready to schedule appointments, and you both know I've been writing songs for a long time.
No, Annie, this is out of the question. You are not wasting your summer traveling when you could be getting ready for school and getting into a nice university.
Can't we compromise? I already told you that I don't need to go to college. What would I use it for? I'm already a writer. All I need is a record deal and a place to stay.
Annie, I am really trying to give you more freedom, but you're asking for too much. This whole ordeal might not go how you want it to, and something very bad could happen. If you don't miraculously get a job, what are you going to do? You've never even lived on your own before.
Of course I know that. Bad things could happen in any situation, but that's not the point, isn't it? I don't even know why I'm arguing. I'm 18, an adult, one who can make their own decisions. Thank you for breakfast, Dad. I'm going out.
Annie leaves the kitchen.
Our conversation is not over, Annie. Annie!
It's okay, Christine. She'll come back on her own.
I'm not so sure, Dave. Why don't you go after her? She listens to you more than me anyways.
David nods and heads outside after Annie. Act 1, Scene 3. Setting, park bench outside. Annie is sitting on a park bench in downtown Tiptonville. David walks up to her.
It was rude of you to walk out of breakfast like that. You really hurt your mother's feelings.
I know, and I'm sorry. It's like she just doesn't care about what I want.
That's not true. Of course she cares about your goals. We both do. What she doesn't know is if you were able to achieve them. And to be fair, Annie, even I'm a little worried. I have no doubt about your talent, but out of 1 million people who move to LA, only a handful of them have successful careers.
But I could be part of the handful. I'll never know if I don't try. That's what you told me my whole life. Yet now that I'm ready to, I'm held back.
I understand where you're coming from, and I want you to know I support your decisions no matter what.
Really?
Yes, really. Hey, I'll make a deal with you. This summer, you take the Volkswagen and go with Lily. Do all of your plans and try to make something out of yourself out there. If everything works out, you can stay and we'll figure it out as we go. But if it doesn't, you will come back home and spend the rest of the year getting ready for university.
It's a deal. Thank you so much. I'm going to call Lily right now so we can pack and get going.
Be safe, Annie, and keep in touch. I believe in you.
David gets up to go back home. Annie quickly dials Lily on her phone.
Lily, it's me, Annie. Yes, it is. Operation Summer of the Yellow Van. The road from Tiptonville to Los Angeles is a go. I know. I can't wait. Okay. Meet me at my house in an hour with your bags. We're leaving today.
Act 2, Scene 1. Setting, 2 days later, Beechwood Cafe, Los Angeles. Annie and Lily stop at the Beechwood Cafe in Los Angeles for dinner. Annie and Lily overhear a local band's conversation.
I'm telling you guys, I'm serious. I heard Keaton say he might drop us from the label.
I don't see how you're surprised. He's been trying to get us to work with another songwriter for months.
I didn't think he was serious. What are we going to do?
While the band continues stressing, Annie and Lily whisper to each other.
A band looking for a songwriter? I can't believe my own ears. This is incredible.
How can it be possible that the universe always knows exactly what to do with you?
Manifestation always works, I guess.
Annie and Lily are seated next to the band's table, and Annie clears her throat.
Hey, I overheard you all talking about needing a songwriter. Are you in a band or something?
Yeah, we're called the Nowhere Club. We've been working with writers for a while, but no one has lasted long. Our manager says we'll need a permanent songwriter if we're ever going to make it big.
Wow, thanks, Ash. That totally makes me feel better about being the only one in the band who actually writes music.
Brooke, you know it's true. By the way, I'm Scott, and that's Brooke and Ashton.
It's nice to meet you all. I'm Annie, this is Lily. We're from Tennessee, and funnily enough, I'm actually trying to become a songwriter.
No way. Maybe we can introduce you to our manager, Keaton. He always says the best opportunities will come naturally, and this is probably the biggest coincidence that'll ever happen.
Hello? We haven't even seen her songs yet. How do you know she'll fit the group?
You know it's impolite to talk about someone who's literally right next to you.
Don't mind her. She's always bitter. Annie, would you mind showing us a song you've written just for fun?
Of course not.
Annie pulls out a songwriting notebook and lets the band flip through and read.
Oh my goodness.
How are you not already famous? Genuinely, this is incredible.
I don't know. It's a little folky for my taste, don't you think?
Are you kidding, Brooke? She fits in perfectly. Annie, I truly wasn't expecting something so...
Poetic?
Exactly.
I think it's subtle then. You have to come and meet Keaton.
What? We can't do that.
Says who? Get over your jealousy, Brooke. This is for the band.
You know, when Lily and I started this trip, I never thought I could actually make it out here. I always assumed nothing would happen and we would just go back home. But I guess, if a band just so happened to need a songwriter, I might just have to say yes.
Okay, you're growing on me. I guess it wouldn't be awful working with another person for once.
Look, we don't know about what Keaton will say. You'll soon learn he's an unpredictable guy. But I think I speak for all of us when I say we'll try our best to get you signed to the label and working with us. Right, guys?
This is so amazing. Thank you all. But we should continue this tomorrow. Lily and I have been traveling for so long. I just want to take a long rest before anything else.
Agreed.
We should go too. We've got a huge day ahead of us.
Annie and Ashton exchange phone numbers to plan the next day. The group leaves the cafe and they go their separate ways.
I can't believe that actually happened. We've been in California for barely an hour and you already have a job?
I know. I can practically see the look on my mom's face when I tell her how easy this was.
Annie and Lily go to find a hotel to stay in for the night. Act 2, Scene 2. Setting, hotel room later that night. That night, after settling into their hotel room, Lily and Annie argue.
I want to believe the optimism, Annie. I really do. But someone has to keep you down on earth, and that someone is me. I'm not saying we should quit now and go home, but we need to be more cautious. I just don't want you getting played.
I don't think they're playing me, but you're right. Maybe the producer will hate me. If it makes you feel any better, even if I do get signed, I don't know if I'll be able to go through with it. I mean, we can't live out of the van forever.
Speaking of which, what am I supposed to do if you end up staying here? I don't think I want to stay in Los Angeles forever. I've got nothing to do here.
Well, I hadn't thought of that. I guess I stopped planning ahead at the getting to California phase. I'm assuming you would take the van and go home?
Take the van, but you're so attached to it. You bonded with it.
It was yours to begin with, Lily. Besides, I heard everyone walks from place to place in Los Angeles.
I'm almost positive that's New York City, but I'll pretend that reassured me.
They settle in for the night. Act 2, Scene 3. Setting recording studio Los Angeles, early morning. Ashton, Scott, Brooke, Annie, and Lily are in a recording studio. They are waiting in a small room, barely talking, until Keaton Pearson calls them over for their meeting.
Hello, everybody. You told me you found a potential songwriter.
That would be me. I'm Annie.
Well, seeing as how my band talked about you, I have a feeling I'm going to be a big fan of yours. Do you have any material to show me?
Annie hands Keaton her songwriting notebook, and he reads through the pages slowly, looking up at Annie every so often. The group is anxiously waiting to see a reaction from him.
Annie, I don't do this often. Remember that. I've talked about this with the band for a very long time, and I think we finally found a songwriter that fits in with perfectly what the band needs, and I'm willing to sign you to my label and give you this full-time job, as long as the others are okay with it.
Yes! Yes, I would love to work for you. And I'm very willing to devote myself to this group. I have so many different ideas and—
Don't get too excited. They might not want you. I'm kidding. I'm sure they adore you already. I can just tell how much tenacity you have. The group needs someone like you to keep them on their toes. I'm looking forward to working with you. Don't make me regret my decision.
I won't let you down, Mr. Pearson.
They go back to where Ashton, Brooke, Scott, and Lily are waiting.
So, what's the plan, Annie?
I'm going to stay in Los Angeles for the time being, if that's okay with you all.
So that means
You've actually been hired.
The room fills with cheers and excitement until Lily pulls Annie aside.
So, I guess you found a place to stay?
It's going to be a while until I find something long-term, but I think for the time being I'll be living in hotels. Maybe I can move in with someone from the band?
Annie, you hardly know them.
I know, but
look, I want to support you, and I'm sorry if it seems like I'm not. I just want to make sure you're safe. If anything happens to you, I would feel responsible.
Says who? We're both 18. I'm legally allowed to make these types of decisions.
I know that. I don't want to leave you here alone if you don't have a plan.
So you are leaving then?
Yes, I'm taking the van, going home, and getting ready for college. The question is whether or not you'll be coming with me. And actually take time to think about this, Annie. You could certainly be kickstarting your career, but you could also be making a terrible mistake. I'll let you decide which path you want to go on.
Lily walks away, leaving Annie with Ashton, Scott, and Brooke. While the rest of the group chatters mindlessly, Ashton notices Annie and walks up to her.
Are you okay? You look upset.
I don't know what I should do. I've wanted this to happen my entire life, but I'd hate to leave Lily behind. She's my best friend, and though I refuse to admit it, I don't really want my parents to miss me.
I think you already know what you should do in the back of your mind, but I understand the conflict. I left home when I was 18, and I almost turned back 1,000 times. At the end of the day, you should make the right decision for you, regardless of what other people want or expect from you.
Wow, Ashton, I would never have expected you to be so wise.
It comes with experience, I guess.
I'm going to go back to the hotel with Lily for the night. She's leaving tomorrow morning.
the yellow van?
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. I love that car like it's my child.
Wow, you sure are attached.
Definitely more than I should be. Once I get enough money to buy one for myself, a yellow Volkswagen is at the top of my priority list.
I'm sure you'll be able to afford one soon. With your lyrics, the Nowhere Club will be as big as Fleetwood Mac.
I think you're getting ahead of yourself there, but I'll take the compliment.
Annie and Lily leave the recording studio and head to the hotel. Annie walks Lily to her room.
Good night, Annie. Really think about this whole thing, okay?
I will. See you tomorrow.
Annie leaves Lily in the room and goes to the hallway. She begins to pace, but stops herself.
No! If I start this now, I'll never stop. Ugh, what am I gonna do?
Act 3, Scene 1. Setting, hotel hallway, past midnight. Annie famously paces the hallway and debates with herself.
I know that if I stay here, I'll be happy, maybe even famous. Isn't that all I've ever wanted? I know in my gut that staying here is the right decision. Right? And of course I'll miss Lily, my parents, and even Tommy Anderson. Remember him? But if I go home to some state college, will I be happy? Will I ever get an opportunity like this again? Of course, I know the answers to these questions, and everyone else does too. I can't help but feeling like I'm betraying Lily in a way. But she's always understood me in my dreams. I don't think I'm the first to say no one ever really expected them to become reality.
Annie slowly looks up when she hears someone approach her. She's visibly shocked when she sees that Ashton is standing there.
Hi, what are you doing here this late?
Nothing. What are you doing here this late?
I just wanted to check up on you. Keaton told me to keep an eye out for you. Have you made your decision yet?
Yes, I think I have.
The two share a knowing glance before the hotel door opens, Lily staring, confused.
Why are you out here? And why is he? Never mind. I won't even ask. I can't sleep. Please tell me you've made a decision. At this point, I don't care what it is. I just need to know what you're going to do.
He's here for the same reason you are, actually.
Perfect. In that case, are you going to tell us or not?
I've decided it's best for me to stay here indefinitely. This has been my dream since forever, and you know that, Lily. I can't thank you enough for coming out so far with me, and for letting us use that yellow van.
Wow, Annie. I guess I knew this would happen, but I really am going to miss you. And I'll make sure to tell your parents that you made it out here. Although I am a bit concerned as to how you're going to survive. I mean, you barely brought any clothes or necessities for living.
I'm sure Brooke can lend you things for the time being, but I have no doubt that once we set up everything with the label, money won't be a problem.
Well, I guess that means I'm leaving.
Right now? But it's so late.
I'm restless, and I better get a head start. Besides, I can always stop somewhere on the way.
Lily and Annie exchange their goodbyes, and Lily leaves.
So I guess it'll just be you the band and me from now on?
Yeah, I guess. Unless my parents drove all the way here to drag me back to Tennessee. I just want to thank you for everything. You didn't have to come and check up on me, but I'm grateful that you did.
Of course, Annie. When you live all on your own out here, it's important to have people around to take care of each other. We all can't wait to work with you. I guarantee in a few months, the Nowhere Club's going to be 10 times as big as we are right now.
I think you're putting too much faith in my abilities, but thanks for the compliment.
We should both get going. It's pretty late. Good night, Annie. I'll pick you up tomorrow at 10 so you can spend some quality time with the band.
I can't wait.
Ashton leaves and Annie goes back into her room. Act 3, Scene 2, setting recording studio Los Angeles 1 week later. Brooke leads a blindfolded Annie outside the recording studio.
I really hope this is worth our time, Brooke. I don't want to leave everyone waiting on my first day.
They'll be fine. Besides, they helped with the gift.
Yourself included? Wow, I would have never guessed that.
Ha 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 ha. Yes, myself included. Trust me, you're going to love this. It's not exactly the apartment you've been talking about, but I figured you could live with me for a little longer if we got you this.
Brooke turns Annie around so she faces the gift. She takes her blindfold off.
Brooke, are you serious? Is this mine?
Yes, obviously. We knew you couldn't live without a yellow van of your own, so we all pitched in.
I truly don't know what to say. This is insane.
Don't worry about it. We all had cars when we moved here, so it was only fair.
I would love to admire it and its yellow van glory for more time, but we really should get to work.
Agreed.
The two race from the parking garage into the studio. Act 3, Scene 3, setting Annie's house, kitchen, later day. Christine and David are in the kitchen on the phone with Annie.
I still can't believe how all of this happened, Annie. You should consider yourself extremely lucky.
I know, Mom. Somehow things just worked out really well for me. I'm living with Brooke from the band, and I think I've finally warmed up to her.
Well, that's convenient, isn't it? I'm very proud of you. However, I do wish you could have gone to college and gotten a full education before becoming all big and famous.
But we are glad that you've made your dreams come true. And your mother and I support you 100%. Right, Christine?
That's right. And I'm sorry for not supporting you at first. If only I knew how easy this would be for you.
Don't be so hard on yourself. I understand that I was wrong to just pack up and leave all of a sudden, and I'm sorry for stressing you guys out. But I'm really happy here. The only thing I don't know is when or if I'll be back anytime soon.
Well, if you can't visit us on your own, count on us to get front row tickets for their first concert in Nashville.
Thanks, Dad. I'm really looking forward to touring with them eventually.
We better go, Annie. Go explore and have a wonderful time there.
See you soon, Annie.
Bye, guys.
They hang up the phone.
She made it, didn't she? She actually made it.
We should have believed in her from the beginning. If only we'd helped her.
I don't think that would have changed anything. She needed to do this on her own. And look how far she's come.
Oh, Dave, I really do think she'll be okay. I never thought she could make it on her own, but she's proved us wrong time after time.
Annie's always been a star. I'm so proud she finally got her dreams to come true.
I couldn't agree more.
Act 3, Scene 4. Setting Bridgestone Arena, Nashville, Tennessee, 1 year later. The band is about to perform their first concert since Annie started working with them. The group is warming up while Annie is classically pacing backstage until Scott and Brooke block her way.
You know, we're not going to be able to sing well if you keep making us dizzy.
I can't help being terrified. My parents have never heard my songs as anything more than an acoustic guitar and me speaking. Now they're being performed in arenas, in front of thousands of people. Not to mention, Lily's on April break and drove all the way from her school in Maryland to support us.
I don't blame you. I threw up at least 10 times before performing a show in front of my family. It was a dark, dark time.
Please, you guys are psyching her out. We should be helping.
I'm fine, you all. It's okay. I just can't believe this is finally happening. I've been dreaming about this for years. You know what I just realized? None of this would have been able to happen if it wasn't for that yellow van.
It really is crazy. That yellow van changed our lives.
Okay, everybody, it's time to go on.
See you in a few hours, Annie. Enjoy the show.
Ashton runs on stage, followed by Scott and Brooke, and the arena fills with cheers. The Nowhere Club has quickly become one of the biggest bands in the country. Annie pauses a moment and takes in everything around her before walking to the wings of the stage to watch the show. The end.
Hi, I'm Madailein.
I'm Teagan.
We hope you enjoy our play,
Moon and Sun.
Act 1, Scene 1. Setting, somewhere in the countryside long ago. Enter the narrators, River, Flower, and Grass. They take their positions downstage and address the audience.
Once upon a time, in a far-off land, on a day like no other, twin sisters were born.
I love this story. It's my favorite.
That's nice, Flower. May I continue the story, please?
Sure. Sorry.
Once upon a time, in a far-off land, on a day like no other, twin sisters were born.
Wait, are you sure they were sisters?
What? Yes, Grass, of course they were. They were sisters, and their mother was the sky.
Twin sisters? Are you sure? I thought maybe like distant cousins.
Wait, now that you mention it, I heard they were friends.
Well, let's compromise and call them sisters.
Hold on. River, I've got this part. Let me tell it. The first sister had long, flowing, glowing hair, which was sparkling gold. She was named Sun.
Wow, she sounds amazing.
She was. The second sister had short, lackluster straight hair, which was silver. She was named Moon.
She sounds really cool too.
And this is where I'm confused, River. Didn't you say they were twins before? They can't be twins.
Why not?
Twins look exactly alike.
Nope, not always. And these twin sisters could not have been more different. Different in every way. Sun was kind, generous, and had a heart full of love.
3 little clouds enter, following the sun around.
Unlike her jealous and conniving sister Moon.
The stars enter, following Moon around. Sun begins to hum happily and brush out her golden hair with help from the clouds.
Must you brush your hair so often, Sun? I find it quite unnecessary to watch you parade around every second. Do you think you're better than the rest of us?
Now, Moon, why would I ever think such a strange thing as that? I believe everyone has light to share.
Yeah, right. Then why don't you share any of yours with me?
What a silly thing to say! That is quite impossible, sister.
Impossible.
And you are perfect, just the way you are.
Sun and clouds exit.
Sure doesn't feel that way.
Moon stomps off, followed by stars calling to her.
But we think you're perfect, Moon.
Moon's jealousy never faltered. Every day, she grew more and more envious of her sister.
She shouldn't be jealous.
May I please continue?
I will listen, I promise.
Thank you.
Moon enters again with stars.
Just thinking about Sun made Moon's heart full of malice and resentment.
Sun and clouds gracefully cross the stage in front of Moon and exit.
If she just glanced at Sun, she'd twist with rage.
Moon raises her arms in anger and scowls as the stars spin around her. She storms off.
She seems pretty mad.
Act 1, Scene 2. Setting, a small village in the country.
One morning, Sun awoke feeling as bright and positive as ever.
Enter Sun, beaming.
Her light sparkled across the vast earth.
Enter a mother, calling to her young son.
Wake up! The sun is out. It's time to go outside and play.
I can't wait to play in the sunshine, Mother. I'll go find my friends.
Here they come now. Have fun, children, but be sure to come in before nightfall.
More children enter.
I will, Mother. Look, friend, the sun is shining, the sky is blue. Isn't it beautiful?
Oh yes, I love the daytime. The sun lets us play and have fun.
I just feel so warm and happy. Thank you, sun.
Let's play.
Whoa, everyone loves the sun.
Of course they do. Anyway, Moon stirred in her sleep as she heard the cheering and laughing of children below.
Ugh, why do they never cheer when I'm awake? When I look down, everyone is silent. Nobody laughs, nobody plays, and certainly no one smiles up at me as I look down on them.
Our poor Moon.
Sun has entered.
Because, my dear sister, when you are awake, the earth and all the people begin to sleep.
It isn't fair. Why can't they love me as they love her?
We love you, Moon. You're our favorite Moon.
It's not the same. I want them all to love me like they love her.
Act 2, Scene 1. Setting, the sky in the morning.
As Moon and Sun grew older and more days and weeks passed by, Moon couldn't hold in her feelings of jealousy and anger any longer.
Oh no, I'm getting scared. This can't be good. What happens now?
We're getting to that. Go ahead, Moon.
I am sick and tired of shining my light on the world when nobody ever appreciates me.
So one day she came up with a plan she thought could change everything.
A plan? Oh boy, what's the plan? What's the plan?
Shh. Moon called her stars around her.
Stars, come here.
Yes, Moon?
I need your help.
Of course.
You must tell the clouds to roll in front of the sun and block her light. If she isn't shining all day, soon everyone will be cold and angry with her, and they will learn to appreciate me more.
But what if the clouds won't listen?
Tell them it's their big moment. They can be the center of attention and show all their special shapes for once. Tell them the sun agreed to let them be out front and be the stars of the show.
I thought we were the stars.
Not the actual stars. I mean, never mind. Just do as I say.
Right away, Moon.
The stars run to the clouds to give them the message.
Are you sure this is okay with Sun? We have never totally blocked her out before.
We hardly think it's fair that you clouds always have to step aside and let Sun be the center of attention all the time. It's your turn to be noticed. Besides, it was Sun's idea.
Maybe they're right. This could be kind of fun.
That's the spirit. It's your big moment.
Okay, we'll do it.
Those stars are pretty tricky. Don't trust them, clouds!
Here comes the sun. You're on, clouds. Get up there. It's your big moment. Ready, set, go.
The clouds swarm in front of Sun, attempting to block her light.
Clouds? What's going on?
Meanwhile, down below, the children noticed a difference.
Children enter.
Aw, where did the sun go?
We were having so much fun.
Those big clouds are covering it.
Oh, come on, clouds, go away.
From up above, the clouds heard the child's exclamation.
Forget it. There's no point. The people will never love us like they love Sun. What a waste of time. I knew they wouldn't be happy to see us. Thanks a lot, stars.
The plan didn't work. Moon is going to be so upset.
She was.
How can it be that my plan didn't work? It was perfect.
We're sorry, Moon.
It's not your fault. You tried. It's Sun's. Somehow she always manages to get what she wants, even when she's not even trying.
That Sun is evil.
Act 2, Scene 2. Setting, the sky in the afternoon looking down on the land.
After her first plan failed, Moon became even more bitter and envious.
I didn't think that was even possible.
And her light became even more dull and faded. She pondered what to do.
I know. If I can shine bright like the sun, then the people of the land will love me. I will finally be appreciated. I want Sun's glow, and I'm going to take it from her.
Ooh.
The next morning, Moon sat upright and very still in her place next to Earth.
Moon, what are you doing? You're supposed to be asleep. It's my turn to be shining right now. You still have many hours left for slumber.
I've had enough.
I'm not sure I understand.
You will.
Oh my goodness. Don't hurt poor Sun!
The jealous Moon turned her head slowly in her innocent sister's direction. She spoke in a low, menacing voice.
Your shine will be mine now.
What?
I said your shine will be mine. Hand it over, little Miss Perfect. I am so tired of you having everything. It's my turn to be loved and appreciated for a change.
Horror-stricken, Sun looked quickly at her sister, and then she started to run. Moon took off after her.
Run, Sun, run!
Hey, come back here!
Moon charges after Sun. The two characters run around in a fast-paced circle. The narrators circle them as well, turning the scene into complete chaos.
They circled round and around, Moon trying to catch Sun's beauty. The world seemed to spin wildly, both sisters gliding swiftly through the air.
Oof, they're making me dizzy.
Finally, Sun found a place to hide where she felt safe from Moon. But in her hiding place, her light no longer touched the earth.
When Moon realized she would not catch her sister, she began to sulk and turned her face completely away from the earth, leaving it without any light.
How awful. Then what?
I'm getting there. Just before the chase began, a young boy, only 12 years old, was about to set off on a journey across the land.
He had to find a job to earn money because they were desperately in need.
That's sad.
Now remember, go straight to the village and no further. I don't want you outside after nightfall. You won't be able to see where you're going.
Yes, Mother, I will be back before nightfall.
So the boy began his journey to find work.
Halfway through his walk, all of the light in the world disappeared. A sun hid from Moon, and Moon turned away.
That's bad.
It was as if someone had flipped a light switch off. With neither moon nor sun shining upon the earth, it was impossible to see a thing.
But the boy!
We know!
My goodness, where'd all the light go? I can't see an inch in front of me.
With no other choice, the boy continued forward, struggling through the darkness.
He tripped over vines and tree roots.
He ran into sharp needles and prickers.
He walked into trees and bushes.
The boy continued, staggering down the path, entirely blinded.
Is anyone out there? Please, someone help me. I can't see.
River, you should probably tell this part.
I have to. I really don't like this part, though. Suddenly, the boy approached a rocky river at least 20 feet deep. Not knowing what was in front of him, no, I don't want to hurt him because of me.
Everything starts to happen in slow motion. The boy begins approaching that river at half speed.
River, you know what happens next.
Oh, right. From up above, Moon had heard the faint noise of a boy's cries and sensed something was very wrong.
Son, you better come out now. I think someone needs your help.
Can Sun even hear her?
Excuse me. From her hiding place, Sun could not hear her. Moon sighed and snuck a glance towards the sound of the boy's cries. She saw the young boy heading straight into the treacherous river, but Moon turned quickly away again.
Why should I help this boy? He doesn't love me anyway. None of them do. He wouldn't be thankful to me if I did anything or not.
But the boy did want Moon's help.
Moon, where are you? Please help me. I need your light.
Is he talking to me?
Yep.
He must be confused. They only ever want sun.
I can't see, Moon. There isn't any light. Where are you? You are the light that leads in the darkness. I need you to help me on my way. Please shine your light.
I have light?
You do.
Moon suddenly felt very important. Someone needed her. Someone made her feel special. She somehow knew she must help. In the blink of an eye, she turned and shone brightly onto the earth below her. With the light of Moon now shining down on him, the boy suddenly noticed the rushing river in front of him and walked around it, being careful where he stepped.
She called upon the stars, and they made a line in the sky the boy recognized as the way home.
Wow! Look at Moon go!
Moon's light was stronger and more powerful than ever before.
There you are, Moon. If you hadn't come out, I would have fallen in that river. I could have gotten hurt. Thank you, Moon. You saved my life.
You're welcome.
Act 2, Scene 3. Setting, the night sky looking down on the village.
Oh, can I tell this next part, please?
Sure.
Okay. At the moment she saved the boy, Moon realized how important and special she truly was. When she recognized how much the boy appreciated what she had done, she knew her worth and how her inner light was able to shine for everyone to see. She was a hero.
Moon, you saved that boy.
I did.
Mother, I'm home.
You are safe. I was so worried when the light disappeared.
The moon gave her light and showed me the way. Wow, the moon is so beautiful.
It is.
Did you hear that, son? I'm beautiful.
I always thought so.
Aww, I like that part.
Moon never felt jealous of Sun again. She only felt love for her sister from then on.
Son, I am very sorry. I've realized now that I am very different, but I'm just as beautiful and as important. You tried teaching me that all along. I just wish I believed you.
You had to discover your own worth. but I couldn't be happier that you did. And even though they aren't always awake, everyone appreciates your light in the darkness.
The two sisters hug.
To this day, the two sisters take equal turns shining, embraced by their mother, the sky.
Sun in the daytime, and moon with a proud and happy glow in the nighttime.
Which isn't so dim at all.
The
End.